Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to Phasmophobia for this week's weekly challenge, Hide and Seek Seeker. Without further ado, let's get into the game and see what the devs have in store for us this week. Okay, so here we are in Brownstone High School. We have Tim Sweeney. Looks like we have everything. Okay, so we have all things. Well, we don't have lights. Why did they make no lights and no paramic? Oh my god. So the description mentioned that that's amazing. That's terrible. I was planning on going on the paramic because it mentioned that the ghost is going to be quiet. So this might be a bit challenging to find this ghost because I'm going to guess the activity is really low. Ghost events are probably really low. And do we have any cursed possessions? I forget what they normally are on this map. Ouija board, I think, is normally there. Ouija board's against my pillar. We might check if there's any cursed possessions because depending on what they've given us, it can be one of the faster ways to find the ghost. Otherwise, just listening, it's why it's a bit quiet there. Hey, listen, this is going to be really slow, I imagine. Yeah, I nearly missed this light switch there, if you didn't notice, because I was using the camera to aim. I'm looking through the camera since we don't have a strong flashlight. No cursed possessions. I don't play on this map enough. Oh, hang on. I just need to adjust my settings because although it looks good, my computer's going to end up throttling itself. So just a second. Okay, that should be a bit better. Yes, it doesn't look like there's anything. I can't see anything. Should look up. I mean, I believe the summing circle's right in the middle. Oh, there's one here. I'm not sure where the monkey paw is. Anyway, probably not around here. Let's just go for a walk, a wander. If I heard, was that? I think that was my footstep. I'm going to guess that it's going to be hopefully I fix a technical issue there. If I have to cut that out, my resolutions probably all went crazy. This is a very quiet ghost. I'll probably end up cutting out large parts of this challenge. It takes me too long to find the ghost. So, yeah, because this is pretty brutal. I haven't heard anything yet. Oh yes, one thing, in my last weekly challenge, I was explaining the 2 effects of smudge sticks, and I don't think I completed it. So basically, smudge sticks have 2 effects, and they're both quite useful and actually pretty much necessary to know how to play the game. If you don't know what I'm doing here too, also I'm using the camera, so you don't hear anything. So the smudge sticks have 2 effects. They have an effect that only works during hunts, and an effect that works at any time, including during, applies at any time including during hunts. So outside of hunts it works, inside of hunts it works. The first effect is it stuns the ghost, or well, it doesn't really stun the ghost. Really, it makes it so that the ghost cannot interact with players. It cannot see players. It can't go towards them, and it cannot kill them for 6 seconds. So to use it, basically, as the ghost is coming towards you, you burn the smudge stick during a hunt, in the middle of a hunt, and it'll save you for 6 seconds. The ghost can't kill you. Moroi, that effect is doubled. Doubled for a Moroi to 12 seconds. It's actually how I got my golden trophy, in fact. I knew it was a fast ghost. I got the photo, which was already a challenge. I got the photo, and second time, because I failed to take the photo the first time, the second time I attempted to take it, I took 2 shots, used smudge, hid. That time I got the photo, but unlike the previous time, it walked into the room that I was in about 6 or 8 seconds after. It kept walking in and out of the room, so it should have killed me. And the adrenaline was pumping, so I wasn't quite sure how fast it was. I would have had to listen to it multiple other times. But it didn't kill me, so I knew it had to be a Moroi because it has 12 seconds. This is a disaster, this challenge. Absolute disaster. No reason to go outside. So the other effect, which applies both during a hunt and outside of a hunt, makes it so that the ghost cannot hunt for 90 seconds, so a minute and a half. It also increases the activity of the ghost. Exactly what that means, I'm not quite sure, whether it's just interactions or ghost defense as well, but it's definitely interactions. Sometimes, though, the ghost can just still be quiet, and it doesn't... It definitely still increases the activity, it just doesn't help you sometimes, unfortunately. I haven't heard anything. This is going to be fantastic. So that effect applies when you smudge it. So if you smudge it during a hunt, you need to keep in mind that the 1.5 minutes is from the time the smudge hits the ghost, not from the end of the hunt. Outside of the hunt, obviously, it's just when it hits the ghost. It's still exactly the same. For demons, it's 60 seconds, and for spirits, it's doubled to 3 minutes. So that's, in fact, if you have no evidence, that's how you can tell the spirit, because it's 3 minutes. It cannot hunt. Again, demon can hunt after 60. This is an absolute disaster. So they're the 2 effects, and they both apply if applicable. I mean, obviously you can't blind the ghost outside of a hunt, so it doesn't kill you inside of a hunt. That one only applies during a hunt. The other one applies both during a hunt and after it. Very useful item. One of the most powerful items in the game, the crucifix being probably the next most powerful item in the game, because it allows you to really control where the ghost can hunt from, and how the ghost can kill you. This is an absolute disaster. Let's see what our sanity is like. And I'm definitely going to have to cut, so I'll see you in the future. I'm just cutting back in. I'm 100% sanity. How the hell am I 100% sanity still? I was walking around the dark for ages. That's weird. Oh well. I'm just going to end up camping out on one side of the map and then move over the other side and move around, so it's going to be very boring. So again, see you in the future. Okay, so here we are back. Actually, I probably will show that a little bit before I start talking again, but this light is on, and I'm reasonably sure I did not turn that light on. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. So, it's only been about a minute. I'm reasonably sure I didn't turn the classroom light on. I'm very certain I didn't turn the classroom light on, so it must be there. Oh, I didn't drop the other items. Why? This is going to be an interesting challenge. Sometimes they're probably not worth the 3000 XP. Particularly the Apocalypse Draws near one, and probably this one might be the two where it's less worth it. But I'm reasonably sure that I didn't do that, so it's probably not a mare. Maybe I did. Oh, definitely in there. Let's get the EMF reading before we go. Get the other items. Yeah, no EMF 2. EMF 5, I mean. No EMF 5. But yeah, I didn't think the reduced sanity drain was that bad. Like, I was walking around mostly in the dark for like 10 minutes. And it dropped like nothing. It was still reading 100%. I don't get it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Turn back to the truck for dots. I assume dots is an item. Probably should take a photo too, just because, you know. Tim Sweeney, are you here? Are you close? Where are you? How old are you? Are you French? Are you friendly? Where are you? Unless it's moved. Did it move this door? It did move the door. I thought it might have. Alrighty. So we have fingerprints. I must turn that light on a long time ago, but because I had the door shut. Wall. I saw something weird for a second then. Yeah, definitely not a mare. Check, because it could be no Barco. I didn't even bother thinking about that. But the MF5 could be no Barco. I didn't even think about that when I looked at the first hand. I think it was this one though. I think it was that model. That is no, it is no Barco. Yep. Oh, Barco. Let's get out of here. 2 more times. So, obviously, without the cursed possession and with such ridiculously low sanity drain, your only option... You do have other options, but you're probably going to have to collect all the evidence. So, the Abarque doesn't always leave, so its ability is basically, one, when it flashes in a hunt, it can change into a different ghost model. And the other thing is all to do about fingerprints. 1/4 of the time, I think. It may not leave one. It may leave a special one 10% of the time. And then it also can cause them to last less time. There you go. Okay. So you can basically reduce the duration of the fingerprints. It can do that as well. So back in again. Okay. Open the door while I decide the final. Yeah, it's whatever. That'll do. Honestly, finding the ghost is going to be the problem. Oh, I didn't check where the breaker is. 1 second, just going to check the breaker location. Oh, I meant to check sanity too. I have to go back and see that, because that was insane. Up the floor on the left. Not getting a cursed possession sucks so much. Be sure I can hear stuff. Where was that? I'm not sure which of these rooms, because I barely play this map. Like, it's not a great map to play solo. With the toilets. They all have phones, like every single room. I'm not sure. But from the audio occlusion, I think it was in this direction. It'd be gone by now, even if it was there. I think it's closer to here though, so it's definitely in one of these rooms anyway. Rooms. Room storeroom. It's going to be in one of these, definitely. Let's get the lights on. I often forget about even checking for the breaker, because I normally play on settings where it's just off. And then when I play on maps I don't normally play, I don't know where the hell the breaker is. I think high school's relatively simple. I think it's only got 4 spots, 2 under the stairs and the 2 utility rooms on each side, 1 on each side. Let's get some lights on. Like, it kind of sounded like it was in that direction, but sometimes the audio occlusion can be a bit weird. Just looking at the door. Good. Not good. Let's get some items. Okay, now let's try and narrow down where this ghost is. Okay, whoop. Sorry, I was just changing some settings on my phone. MF5, there we go. They found the ghost room while I was not even playing the game. I don't think I turned that light on, so I should have grabbed more stuff. I just threw this here, put the dots down because then I can see it easier. I'm actually trying to get dots out in the hallway. Donna Winter, are you here? There we go. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where? You're close. You're over here. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's fingerprints this time. Thankfully we do have all 3 evidences, otherwise this would be really terrible. Where did I put the spirit box? Or do I? No, I don't still have it. There. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, I think this is a wraith. Just a hunch. Let's go get some more items. I'll cut back. Okay, so I think it's a wraith because that EMF 5 was essentially where the best placement it'll do. EMF 5 was essentially directly on top of me and nothing happened. So that the wraith has the ability to teleport to a random player, and it'll give a EMF 2 reading or a 5 if it's just by random, because EMF 5 isn't evidence for the wraith. So that giving an EMF 2 with no audible or visual interaction is a bit suspicious. Probably dots. It's probably going to take a while. Probably should have left one of the salts to put under it if it does a ghost event. Oh no, there's the dots. There we go. So you can also put the salt directly under the ghost when there's a ghost event. So a wraith can't step in salt. That's its ability. It used to do all weird things with salt, like at one point it wouldn't leave footprints, wouldn't leave footprints, but it would still step in it weirdly. Then another time, like when you took a photo of the pile of salt that stood in, it wouldn't leave photo-prints, and if you took the photo it wouldn't give you a footprints photo, but now they've changed it so that it just doesn't step in it. So that's a wraith. Okay, so wraith. I'm just going to check the stats. One ability, so that probably was the ability being used then. Here we are again. Of course, the difficulty with that wouldn't really help.
We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Whoops, that's on the right. Okay. So difficulty with the wraith not stepping in salt is without motion detectors. They didn't give us motion detectors this time. It's by elimination. In other words, I would have just had to stand there and see if it ever walked out of the room, because it ever, just test and wait long enough, which is why I was still looking for dots. With the motion detector, you can actually see the ghost not walking. You can see it walking through the motion detector, but not disturbing the salt, which is pretty nifty. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut some parts trying to find the ghost here. Not sure. There might not be anything interesting to say, because this is, like I said, without cursed possession, these are not the most exciting. This is definitely not a very exciting challenge. And it's not really the kind of difficulty I like either, because it's difficult through being inconvenient, not difficult. It's kind of like when you slow speed no sprint does actually technically make it more difficult, but it also removes a tool that you have that you can use skillfully, which is sprinting and running away from the ghost. So slow speed is another one that's kind of like, you make it difficult by simply removing an element of the game. Doesn't really reward playing well. It's not my favorite type of challenges, and this low activity on a big map is in a similar vein to that. Yes, it's way more difficult to find a ghost room. Therefore, technically, yes, it's harder. But it's also a lot less fun. Same with like no lights, no flashlights. Yes, it does make it more difficult a little bit, not monstrously, because you can still work around it. But technically, it increases the difficulty. At the same time, though, is that an orb? I saw something weird, but it might just have been the outside. Yeah, it does technically make it more difficult, but it does so by making it just more inconvenient. You know, the challenge is not necessarily fun or exciting. And I don't know if that's really a good thing in video games. When a game is meant to be fun, you know, increasing the difficulty by removing fun elements is not really, well, by making the more tedious elements more tedious is not necessarily a great idea. But thankfully these are just weekly challenges, so you only have to do them rarely, and they alternate around a whole heap of different challenges, so it's not that bad here, but it is a problem I've seen in a lot of games, where for some reason they think, you know, oh, they want more difficulty, so we add this tedious thing. You know, like look at Elden Ring, it's really hard, everyone loves it. It's actually probably the easiest Souls game ever made, but Souls games are difficult. Don't hear anything, don't see anything. So they go, oh, they must love difficulty, they put difficult things in, but it's just, they're more tedious than they are hard. I think I'm definitely going to cut to whenever I find this freaking ghost, because it's going to take me a while. So see you in the future again. Okay, so I'm not sure how long it's been quite a few minutes. I've been waiting, and I whipped out sound sensors, which are usually pretty terrible, but this heard something. Like looking at this, I've been, after whipping them out and moving them, having to wait usually longer than a minute between interactions, so it's really slow. Let's just stop here and stare a little longer. Second floor main corridor. Second floor main corridor. Right. Which one's that? Okay, so it's up there. I think so. Well, before a different one gave a reading, which is a little unusual. That one came with a different one. Let's watch again. Might cut forward. So I'll just stay quiet and I'll cut forward to when it actually shows another interaction. Okay, so second floor, right corridor, it definitely is. I'm not sure which one it is though. Oh, I think it's this one, because I think that's main corridor. So it's at the back right up there. And like, this took me about 10-15 minutes to keep moving these around till I finally got one that actually showed up. Well, left corridor, why is that one showing up? And, like, see how useless they are? Like, it could be either here or here, I'm not sure. But over that like 10-15 minutes of moving them around and checking and moving them around, my sanity is still at 100%. I was in the dark almost the entire time, so let's go over there and we'll see if we actually have found the ghost or if it's lying to us. The one that was in the right corridor looked more realistic. Paramic is 1,000 times better than this, but we don't have the Paramic because they didn't give it to us. We're up on the second floor, right corridor. I thought I saw an orb through the wall. Okay, we found our ghost. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Are you French? Name. Robert Myers, are you French? Robert Myers, where are you? Robert Myers, are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Nope. I'm scared by a globe then. So this is definitely a more tedious month. I think it's still worth the 3,000 though, because even like my first two runs, I got reasonably lucky. Even this one, it's probably only going to be, I don't know, depends how long it takes for this last bit of evidence to go. But yeah, sound sensors found him, but they're just so much worse than the paramedic. Like I just knew it was in this big circle around here. It was probably there because it was also, although actually the one on the other side, it might have actually been him interacting. It might have actually been reading on both of them because the ghost room is kind of in the middle. And that's again kind of the problem with the sound sensors, and like the fact that you have to keep, let's put it down the ground just in case it doesn't work up there. It should work, but you never know. Still here. Hoping they don't put, yeah, there's an orb over there. Oh, dots, orb and dots, orb and dots. No, I wasn't really paying attention. Was that? I think it is also probably a Raiju. I'm going to guess. I'm pretty sure it's an EMF 5 from the activity monitor, but I frickin' want to check. I think maybe one of the problems with this room, yeah, it is. This room is bare AF. There is nothing in here. But the ability to actually interact with stuff is low. Oh, didn't reckon with that though. Goes to the next room. Oh, twice. Give it to me. No, it won't have fingerprints, I don't think. I don't think the phones have fingerprints. There you go, EMF 5. So yes, it was EMF 5. The activity monitor can bait you, but normally it's right. Alright, so we have a Raiju. Yeah, let's take this. Walk around with this. So I'll skip forward to the result, but I mean, we saw all the evidences, so it's definitely a Raiju. It can't be a Mimic, because Mimic doesn't have EMF 5, and that's the only ghost that gives 4 evidences. Alrighty, so here we are back at the truck. This is what I was talking about, the 4 or 5 spikes, they're normally EMF 5. So let me know how you went. This is a pretty slow weekly compared to all the others.
Welcome back.
I'm very interested to see how other people went. So it definitely was a Raiju. But yes, the difficulty is definitely finding the ghost room, this challenge. It is a very slow challenge because of that. I could have also used cleanse the area with near a smudge stick. I should have actually done that just to show how you can use cleansing near a smudge stick, that objective. I saw that we had it. That is useful, but on such a big map, so it's really good on medium-ish sized maps because you can light a smudge stick where you think it could be roughly, walk around, and the smudge stick ticks every, I'm not sure the exact time, but it ticks for a while and multiple times throughout its duration. So its duration lasts a while and it keeps ticking. And if you walk within whatever the radius is, again, maybe the Phantom has the exact numbers of the radius, but it's pretty big, I think. I think it's like 5 meters. If it ticks and the ghost falls within that range, it'll mark off cleanse the area near the ghost with using smudge sticks. The problem is you only have 4 smudge sticks, but they did give you smudge sticks. You only have 4. You must have that objective, and it was such a big map. Like, I don't think I would have hit that ghost walking down the hallway. I think that ghost would have not been hit with a smudge stick. just walking down the hallway because it was in one of the more central rooms, which makes basically high school is not a very good map for that. Even I think Sunny Meadows, I think, is still even a better map for using that trick of using that objective to find the ghost. High school is just a very hard map in that there's a lot of spaces that are quite spread out, a lot of rooms that are spread out. Anyway, thank you. I hope you don't have too much trouble finding the ghost this week. And until next time, remember, the dose makes the poison.